Hi, this is Willie Crawford, and I wanted to show you something real quick that I think you'll actually develop into a habit if you follow me along. This is my Facebook wall, and on the wall here is a note from one of my nieces. I have two nieces here in the States, and then I have a whole bunch of them overseas. Um, and what she said to me was, "Thank you, Uncle Willie, for this lovely treat." And she said, we were very surprised by the card, but we love it. The card is sitting on the top of our end table. We really appreciate the thought. I love you and miss you. And what triggered her posting this on Facebook was that I sent her a greeting card. This was the front of the greeting card. It had a dog on it with hair over his eyes, and it said, "It's been a while since I've seen you." You know, the dog can't see without the fur over his eyes. And it had been a while since I've seen her. I hadn't seen her since, well, gee, over 6 months now. And so I just sent her a card that said, let's stay in touch because we're family. And I sent her a 2 pack of gourmet brownies. And I do this every day. It's a habit I have of reaching out and touching people. And it's a habit I'm going to encourage you to develop. See, in this day and age when we have so many things going on, a lot of people feel lonely, depressed, unappreciated. They feel like the world is spinning out of control. So it's nice to reach out to people every so often and just say to them, hey, there's somebody thinking about you. I care about you. I love you, or whatever. And I know of people who've actually been on the verge of like suicide or just calling it quits. Leaving their jobs or leaving their families and just going and living on the street because they were so depressed with how much the world has changed, especially in the last 6 months with this COVID-19 virus. We haven't seen anything like it in our lifetime. Most of us who are alive today, and on top of that, we now have all these riots rampant throughout the country, and the world is sort of spinning out of control. It seems it's not, but the media uh, puts it in your face so much that you feel like things are really, really crazy. And so it's good to do things to reassure others, that things are going to be okay, that the world is not out of control, that your life is not out of control, and that there are other people out there who care about you. So one of the ways I do that is every day I get up and I think to myself, who do I want to reach out and touch today? And often I'll log into Facebook or just whoever pops in my mind first. I am in the habit of sending them a gift and or maybe just a greeting card in some cases, but many cases a gift along with the card. And I want to show you how I do that. I use a company called Send Out Cards. If you go to thecardthingy.com, that's TheCardThingy, thecardthingy.com, and I'm going to post this video online. So I'll write it in the description under the video. But what you're going to see is this page. And this page has my name on it. It says Willie Crawford Affiliate. If you're familiar with affiliate marketing, that's where someone recommends a product or service. And when someone buys it, the person who recommended it gets a commission. I am an affiliate. I've been an affiliate for Send Out Cards since 2004. The company formed in 2003. And for 16 out of the 17 years they've been in business, I've been an affiliate for the company. And the reason I have is because I really, really love the product. I do earn money from when people buy the product through me too. I earn money on all the gifts and all the cards that people I recommend send. Plus, I've recruited others into the company and I earn money off of their activity too. And if you're interested in that, you can scroll down to the bottom of the page or contact me and I'll be happy to explain that part to you. But that's not what this is about. What I would like for you to do is to visit thecardthingy.com and you scroll down the page. You're going to see there's a bunch of short videos that explain what the company is all about, and it explains there's two different types of cards you can send. We have what we call a heartfelt card. It's up higher, which is basically where you sit down and you compose a message to an individual, just expressing whatever's on your heart. Basically, that's why it's called a heartfelt card, and that's sent to one individual. And then we have what we call system send cards. That's where you compose a card and you send it to a group of people. You put together a card and you send it to a bunch of your friends, invite them to a party on the beach or uh, a baptism or something like that, or a Christmas party. That's what group send cards are used for, as well as we have something called a campaign where you can uh, have a series of cards and they go out in sequence, much like an autoresponder. We use campaigns for that too. I won't get into that too much. What I want to show you though is if you go to thecardthingy.com, click on the button up top that says send a card. I'm going to pay for you to send a card to whoever you want to. I suggest that you send it to someone in your household if you live with someone else, so you can see what the card looks like and see their reaction when they get something, an unexpected card. I'm not going to pay for you to send a gift. I am going to pay for you to send a card. Okay, so if you click on send a card, what you're going to see, if I can find my mouse, is this page. And now, uh, this looks a little different from what you're going to see in that I already have an account with the company. So it shows off to the left here, my account. It shows WC. And then if I click on that button, it'll show what's inside my account. But you're going to see all this other stuff except for where it says relationships. That's a contact manager. You may or may not have that, and I'll explain that a little while later. But just click on send a card, and you're on this page. And then you have all these categories of cards you can send. And I'm just going to send one to myself to be sort of silly, but also just because I don't like giving out other people's addresses, and yet I don't mind giving one of my mailing addresses because I have several, and I send stuff to my post office box, and I send it to the office and my home, and so it's no biggie for me. So if you want to, you can send a card to me later on, not now, not this first card. Send this first card to someone you just want to say, hey, I've been thinking about you. You've been on my mind. I want to see how you're doing. Get in touch with me. Let's have a cup of coffee or something. Whatever. But reach out to people, let them know you're thinking about them. So I'm going to just pick a card. I'm I'm going to use the category thinking of you. I'm just going. There's a search box here, and so I'm going to put thinking of you and see what it pulls up. There are um, there are 20,000, or used to be 20,000 cards in the system. These are cards that somebody within the company, some of the graphics people or whatever designed. And I've been with the company again for 16 years, so I don't know how many cards are in the system anymore, but I'm going to type in thinking of you. And you could type in Mother's Day or sympathy or, congratulations or, whatever you want to, the birth of a child, and you'll find a bunch of cards. So this one's was thinking of you, and it pulled up all these cards. Now, with these cards, if the card has a picture on the front, when you compose the card, you can change that picture and upload one of your own pictures. The ones that don't have a picture on the front, you cannot change the front of the card. Um, but you can change the inside of the card, and what you can do is put any picture and any text that you want on the inside and outside of the card. I'm going to show that to you, and I'm just going to pick one at random. I am going to pick one that has a picture on the front though. And since I'm sending it to myself, I use these to show other people a lot of times. So I'm just going to pick this one. It said miss you. And you can see it's got a picture on the front, and it has it's going to have some text on the inside. So the first thing you're going to do is it'll tell you that this card is $1.75 plus postage. Okay. Uh, I'm going to click customize, and actually, I wanted to change the cover first, but let's proceed. Right here, I'm going to do a two-panel card. I can do a two-panel card where it's left and right or top and bottom. I'm going to just leave it the way it is for now. And the other options are a three-panel card, a big card, which is an 8.5 by 11 card. It's like a giant postcard. You also have postcards themselves. So I'm going to leave that as it is. And this paper type, the standard paper is glossy wax coated greeting card. Then you got satin, which is a little fancier, and you have pearl, which is fancy too. Those cost 50 cents extra. I'm going to leave it the way it is for now. Just go with the default settings. I encourage you to do the same thing. Click next, and it's pulling up the card that you can change. Okay. So the first thing you can change, as I mentioned, is the cover. I said if it had a picture on the cover, you can change it. So I'm going to click on the camera icon, and that's going to let me choose how I want to change the picture on the cover. Uh, Well, what it lets me do is pick the picture I want on the cover. And I have a number of options here. Because I'm inside my account and I have a bunch of pictures that I've already uploaded, I can pick one of those. But if you don't have one already uploaded, then what you would do is you can scroll to the bottom here and upload a picture. And click on upload a photo. That will let you browse your hard drive. You can also click on the link that says social media, and it will go out to your Facebook profile and let you from there browse and find the picture. And you can either download the picture to your desktop, or you may be able to upload it directly to the system. But and I didn't mean to do that. But I clicked on the social media, and it's making it go a little longer because it's looking out at Facebook. It says use your Facebook photos. I don't want to do that though. I'm going to go back to my images, the ones that I already uploaded, because I don't want to wait for the system to have to log into Facebook and all that. I have all these pictures already uploaded. I'm going to grab one that I'm just going to grab a silly picture, just a picture of me. It doesn't matter. And you can adjust this picture up or down, as you can see. You also have the slider here. You can make it smaller or larger, and you can, you basically want to make it fit the front of the card. You can see where the margin is on the card. So I'm going to go just with that. When I'm happy with the picture on the front, I'm going to make it a little bigger. Maybe pull it down a little. Okay. And after I'm happy with that, then I click the arrow button here, and that takes me inside. On the inside, I have two panels, and this pencil means I can type text in, and this icon means I can enter a picture. So I'm going to, on this panel, just enter text. So I click on the text, the pencil, and it brings up a word processor. So I'm going to just type a message. I'll say, hi, Willie. I'm talking to myself. Just doing a demo. It has a spell checker built into it, as you can see. And you can put whatever you want. You got this full window to type as many things as you want. A lot of cards that I send, I give my address and phone number and say, give me a call or whatever, something like that. Now, this is a regular, full functioning text editor. So up in the upper left, you have a slider bar. You can adjust the size of the text. You can also left justify it, center it, or right justify it. And you can change the font. You have a ton of different fonts. And the system also lets you upload your own handwriting font. That costs a little extra, but you can actually write out each letter of the alphabet in uppercase and lowercase, plus all the numbers, and the company will scan those into the database so that I wanted this left justified. They can scan it into the database so that when you are choosing a font, you just select your own handwriting font, and it looks just like you wrote it. Pretty spiffy. You can change the colors of the font, and um, this where it says first name, last name, spouse, first name and spouse. These are placeholders. If I wanted to send the same card to 30 different people, I could put hi and put the placeholder, the first name placeholder here. And when the company prints out the card, the computer system would pull the names from the database of the individuals in the group that I identify, uh, and it would personalize every card as it's printed, basically. So it's pretty spiffy. And you can also upload your signatures, up to 4 signatures, and you can have a one that's very formal and a Mr. and Mrs. and one that you just use with your buddies or whatever. And the system will also let you add your signature that's already handwritten to the card. So that's pretty neat. So after you've written your message, or you could have put a picture in here again, but I put text. I'm going to go down to the bottom and add another photo though. So I click on the photo icon, and it gives me a choice. Do I want to fill the whole frame with one photo, or I can have that frame all text actually, or I can have a photo with text underneath it, or 2 photos side by side, or text on the left and photo on the right, et cetera, et cetera. have choices that let me put like, 3 or 4 different photos, different sizes, different shapes. You pick the one you want. I'm going to keep this simple and just go with just one photo. Get the camera icon. I select the picture I want, and uh, since I've just said to myself, I don't guess it really matters. But since I mentioned at the beginning that I had just sent a card to my niece, I'm going to grab the same picture that I grabbed off of Facebook, from her Facebook profile, and put that in the picture. And I'm going to fill the whole frame up with it. And then I click the arrow here, and it takes me to the next field. And that's what you're going to do. That's what I want you to do anyway. Uh, and it just shows you some things here that mean very little to you. If you click the next button, it says creating your order. Now, at this point, I think it's going to ask you, because you're not a customer, to create an account. The account is free, but what it does is it lets you come back later and use the system, and it remembers who you are. Uh, I'll show you that in a minute. But right now, it's showing me this is the outside of the card, and it's showing me the text inside. And that's a 2-panel card with standard paper, and it shows what's written inside the card too. So it should show me the other photo. I don't. Well, it didn't. Oh well. Um, After that, you can add a gift to the card. You pay extra for the gift. You pay extra for the postage. The gifts are that expensive. I'll show you the gift catalog as soon as I finish this. Right now, the next thing you would want to do is add a recipient. Because I'm inside my account, it's pull up all my contacts. When you first set up an account, you won't have any contacts. So it won't do that. But what you have up here is this add new address button. You click on that and you add someone. I'm just going to put, hey, you, because I'm being silly. And then you put the address. I guess I could have sent this to someone, but I'm just demoing and I don't like giving people's addresses away. So, although I could have blurred it out, I guess. Okay, so you put the address. You could put their birth dates and anniversaries and stuff too, but you can do that later inside the contact manager. You're going to click Save Contact, and then at that point you could add another address if you wanted to. But I'm finished. Like you click Done, and it shows you now who the card's from. And there's 2 fields here because one is a field that can allow you to put a company name. It only print one on my cards, and then it tells you who it's to. And you could add another recipient here if you wanted to. And I'm happy with the card the way it is. So I click ready to send. What it's going to show you is on this checkout window, it's going to show you that you're sending one card, that the card normally costs $1.75 for the level of account that the system thinks I have. But because it sees that it's being sent from my $97 a month account, which I'll explain to you in a minute, it's free because I get to send an unlimited number of cards anywhere in the world, including postage, for $97 a month. And when I let other people log into through my affiliate site, they can, if they click on that send card button, they can send one card for free too. That's why I told you you could send cards for free by going to thecardthingy.com and just clicking on send card. So I'm going to click send. And like that, this card will be printed tomorrow morning early, and it will go out in tomorrow's mail, and I'll get the card in 2 to 3 days. My wife will say, "Why are you sending cards to yourself?" And then I'll go, "Because I didn't want to send you a card. I didn't want to send you a gift." Okay, I'm going back to my account now. When you visit my page, if you scroll down to the bottom, it's going to show you some options. I guess I can show it to you there or here. Let me show you inside the account. After you send that first card, you're going to receive an email with your login information because at that point you would have created a free account. And I'm going to log into my account. And what it shows here is that I have an account that's $97 a month. And that's all that's relevant in this window for you. But if I click on pricing, it'll show the examples of the different options you have. So there's a basic account, which is free, and it lets you send as many cards as you want. Heartfelt cards cost you $2.75. Again, a heartfelt card is one that's you composing a message that's heartfelt to one individual. You can do the group send where you send 20 or more, and it'll cost you $2.25 each. And both of these options, you pay extra for the postage, and you pay for gifts if you want to include gifts. Okay. Uh, then we have what we call the enhanced option. That costs you $17 a month. And what that gets for you is what we call our relationship manager system. That's a CRM system, or it's like an address book. That's where you store names and addresses and phone numbers and email addresses and notes and birthdays and anniversaries and spouses' names and children's names. It's basically a database within this platform, a secure database, and I use it quite a bit. What you want to have when you first log in is this link here that says relationships on the left. That is my address book. That's my CRM. And that's something I use all the time. If I'm on the road and I need a phone number or an address and I don't have it in my phone, I can look it up online. But anyway, you pay $17 a month, and then it's going to cost you $2.25 per month for each card that you send instead of the $2.75. But the biggie that you get here is the relationship manager. Then we have an option for where for $37 a month, you are prepaying for 30 cards. So it's 30 heartfelt cards. These are the cards you compose individually, send to one individual, and it says here not including postage. So you're paying $37 a month to send 30 cards, which comes out to about $1.25 or something per card. Uh, but this option is sort of neat if you want to get in the habit, like I have gotten into, of sending at least one card a day. I send 5 to 10 a day because I have that many contacts. I've been in business online since '96, and I've attended over 100 live seminars and conferences. I've been on a dozen or more cruises in recent years. I'm at 61 years old. I know a lot of people, so I have a huge database. And so to log in and just think of 10 people that I need to send out birthday cards to, or just say hi, or I used to reach out a lot to people that I wanted to do joint ventures with. I was a joint venture broker. I still am, but I'm semi-retired. So I reach out to people and I send them a note saying, "Hey, I'm working on a project," or "How you doing? Are the kids? How's the spouse? How's the dog? How's the car? How's the weather there? You've been fishing lately, or bowling, or whatever." It's just reaching out to a friend. Uh, a lot of people in the online business world who want other people to help them with projects, they wait until the last minute to reach out and say, "Hey, I'm launching this product. Can you help me out by promoting it?" Well, if that person hadn't heard from you in 6 years and all of a sudden you're reaching out to them and they can't even remember what you look like, that's sort of insulting. But if you maintain a friendship and actually show the person you care about them as a person over the years, then they're more likely to at least consider working with you. And because friends like helping each other, they like helping friends. And so you need to actually be your friend, which means you're not being manipulative if you reach out and say to somebody, how's the baby doing or whatever, or you read on Facebook about a, a death or a sickness in the family, or somebody's struggling, and you just reach out and say, I hope you get well soon, or uh, if you need anything, let me know. You could do some of those things with text messaging, things like that. But few things have the impact of a physical card in the mail. It's not the same as like a e-card or whatever. I mean, they get this in the mail, they open it and they read it, and then if you I have a lot of them that I send out that have a picture of me and the other person on the cover because I've met them someplace. So that does two things. One, it reminds them of who I am if they can't remember who I am. And two, because their picture's on the front of the card, they're unlikely to throw it away. So they put it on their mantle or next to the desk or whatever. And when they look at it, it reminds them of us and our relationship. So this is very powerful. I've shown you all I wanted to show you. Again, you go to thecardthingy.com, and that's going to take you to this page. And up top, you scroll down a little, and you'll see that send a card button. Use that to send a card on me. Going back into my account, I did say I was going to show you the gifts real quick. As you went through that checkout process, if you wanted to add a gift, uh, you would go to this. You'd end up on this page when you click the add the gift, and it's going to show you first of all the best sellers. My favorite is just a 2 pack of brownies, and they're like really nice gourmet brownies that people really like. I send them to myself at times, but there's a lot of other gifts. There's all kinds of there's gifts for men, women. There's professional gifts. There's toys. There's books. There's posters. There's all kinds of things that you can send, and a lot of foods, a lot of like these are special occasion gifts, like Father's Day is this weekend, and so there's a lot of stuff for fathers, but there's stuff for on Mother's Day they would put mothers things front and center. Uh, it shows here the new gift. They've just added a Home Depot gift card, for example. They got fruit bowls and all kinds of things. And one of the easiest categories to pick a gift from actually is the gift card category. So you can send somebody a $5 or $10 Starbucks card, or you know whatever. There's a bunch of different gift cards. So if you didn't want to send the $50 Home Depot card, you can send a $25 Home Depot card. And but there's just a ton of them. And these gifts, the gift cards, cost the company charges you exactly what it costs them. It's the face value of the card, and you can send somebody a 25 or $50 Amex gift card, which is the same as cash. Basically, you can use it anywhere. A lot of neat gifts you can send somebody. Again, I send some people gifts because what's a send somebody a $10 Starbucks card and say, here, have a cup of coffee on me or something. That's sort of neat. So go ahead, visit my site, click on the send a card, send somebody a card on me, and then think about going back and using your account again. And if you do, uh, feel free to send me a card, but it's just there, and you can send these cards using your computer, your PC, or you can send them using your smartphone or your tablet. So it's a very flexible system. There's an app you can download that lets you send right from your phone. Uh, and since 70% of the world now access the internet via phone, that's really handy. You can be at a party, take a picture, compose the card right there within your phone, and send it before you even leave the party. So very powerful. And again, this is Willie Crawford. Go check out thecardthingy.com, and don't be surprised if you receive a card from me sometime soon. Take care. Come on.